Welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Virtual Program Showcase. My name is Thomas Hanson, Superintendent of Mission Valley ROP. Much of this year has forced us to think outside the box on new, innovative ways to connect in a socially distant environment. The Program Showcase is an annual event where we traditionally open our ROP Center campus to our community so that they can learn more about our CTE programs, tour the facility, and connect with our talented instructors about their curriculum. We are excited to present to you a virtual event that will still share all of these aspects with the community. MVROP stands for Mission Valley Regional Occupational Program. Our organization has a partnership with the Fremont, Newark, and New Haven Unified School Districts to provide career technical education programs to their students. We coordinate closely with our 3 local school districts in the Tri-Cities to provide high-quality career technical education programs, also known as CTE programs. Students attending high schools in these districts can enroll in our CTE programs offered on their high school sites or at our ROP Center campus. High school students must request to add an ROP program to their class schedule during the pre-registration process at their home high school. This is in collaboration with counselors and the college and career specialists at each of those schools. Our programs take the space of elective classes on a student schedule. The MVROP course schedule, which details our available programs, can be found in each district course catalog and on our website at www.mvrop.org. There are 2 sets of Mission Valley ROP programs, those that take place at the home high school sites, which are almost always 1-hour courses and open to 9th through 12th graders. The second type of courses that the ROP offers are at the center campus in Fremont. Those are the 2-hour courses that are traditionally available to juniors and senior level students only. This is because these 2-hour courses require 2 class periods in a student schedule, which most commonly aligns to the 11th and 12th grade 4-year plan. 2 blocks of 2-hour classes are open to all students at the ROP Center campus. A morning section that starts at 7:30 a.m. and another in the afternoon at 1 p.m. There are some important details about our programs that differ from the normal core high school courses that make opportunities like MVROP CTE programs a special resource for student success. Courses located at the ROP Center campus have students from every high school in each classroom. They require students to be responsible, on time, and to collaborate with fellow classmates while learning hands-on skills. Many of our courses have an internship the second semester. A student must demonstrate that they are ready for an internship by maintaining a grade of B or higher and proving that they are responsible enough to represent Mission Valley ROP in a professional work setting in the community. We call this community classroom. This is a critical component of CTE and a very helpful step towards establishing work references and building a resume for students. The majority of our courses also give students the benefit of college credit through articulation with local community colleges and UC A to G recognition. Professional certifications are also a part of career fields in various courses. You can view the details for each MVROP CTE course in our course schedules available on our website. If you have any questions or would like additional information about Mission Valley ROP programs, please visit our website for common FAQs, frequently asked questions, our programs, and teacher web pages. You can also email us at info@mvrop.org. Thank you for connecting with us, and please enjoy our instructor program videos for more information about our Mission Valley ROP Center campus programs. Thank you.
Hello. Welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Career Technical Education Program entitled Anatomy and Physiology for Medical Careers. I am Mrs. Brucker, the instructor of the program that is offered at MVROP at the center. This course is only offered to Kennedy students. One section is offered in first term, and another new section is offered in second term. So you complete the program from August to January, and then you're completed. And then from January until June, and then you're done with the course. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My family and I, husband and a son and a daughter, came from Rochester, New York, where we lived all of our life, and moved out to California. My husband is a math teacher in the high schools in Fremont, and also I am employed at Mission Valley ROP. But I have been a registered nurse practicing in the area of gerontology as a nurse practitioner, a clinical nurse specialist, an Alzheimer's and dementia practitioner with my master's degree for over 40 years. I really, truly always enjoyed my professional journey throughout my lifetime. But now I want to give back to the future. Yes, to you, the student learning in a career technical education program, because we do not only theory, but we apply that theory and knowledge to general practice with hands-on skills. So let me take you through the program, which is Anatomy and Physiology for Medical Careers, and give you an update as to what that program endeavors for you. The Anatomy and Physiology for Medical Careers program is a prerequisite in UC credit elective requirement and 2+2 at Ohlone College if the student wants to further their education in college for health sciences and medical technology. The student must have an 84% or a B grade in order to receive the UC and Ohlone units. This course covers all 11 or 12 body systems throughout the entire term, to then also apply the medical careers adventures that you would find in that system. For example, cardiology or the cardiovascular system. Then not only do we learn from cellular level and the total function, the problems and diseases, conditions that we can have with that system, but also understand the function of a cardiologist, cardiovascular surgeon, and a technician, such as an MRI technician, an X-ray technician, echocardiogram technician, and others. So we do look at the career opportunities that are offered in each one of the body's systems. As you see, the young people in our view on this slide, there's a young lady and a young man who are testing each other by doing flashcards with abbreviations and terms, which we do in the beginning of the school year. And then, of course, there is application to those terms and abbreviations throughout the body's system. The two young men at the bottom are looking at a bacteria, and then also another slide, which is white blood cells, red blood cells, and viruses. And we study that component when it's applicable to that body system. There are many other activities that we do as far as a cell project, which is to identify multiple cells in our own living body and also in animals around the world. And we do also apply our knowledge to a systems review project, which the student chooses 3 diseases and then follows and tracks that with also applications of signs and symptoms, medical issues that are followed up with that disease, and also medications, and also a protocol to then claim health with that particular disease. Also, near the end of the course, we do offer for your students edification and also preparation for that career journey that they are having in their life, a portfolio. And so with that portfolio building, I do design a unique portfolio, which is if they want to be. Because the first day of class, I ask, why did you take this class? And also, what do you want to be when you grow up? And so if someone says an anesthesiologist, then I have them apply that career into the portfolio and then build and take me through the journey that they experienced to become that anesthesiologist. It's so unique and so much fun for the students. As far as the course itself, mainly saying, is there lots of hard work? Yes, there is, but it is so well worth it because so many kids graduate from that class and really, really say that they learned so much. They really experienced it and it really supported them in their career journey application. Yes, they can be 9th grade through 12th grade to take this class. Is it challenging? I think so, possibly, but also it's a lot of fun. And we really, really do involve one another in learning, in processing, and in application of knowledge. If you would like to find out any other information about this career technical education program, which is anatomy and physiology for medical careers, and you attend Kennedy High School, please take a look at www.mvrop.org. I really, really welcome you to look at that and join the medical team here at MVROP, which is a part of the anatomy and physiology for medical careers. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Virtual Program Showcase for the Automotive Technologies 1 and 2 program. My name is Mr. Finley. I have been teaching here at Mission Valley ROP for the last 3 years after working in the automotive industry for 7 years, along with graduating from the Automotive Technology program here at Mission Valley ROP before that. This course offers a hands-on experience in auto shop operations, tool usage, safety procedures, equipment operation, and customer service. Skills learned include general auto repair, brakes, steering and suspension, electrical systems, and engine performance. In the Automotive Technologies 2 program, we dive deeper into electrical diagnostics, advanced driver assistance systems, shop operations, alternative fuels, and advanced vehicle repair. Students can also earn credits through Chabot College by passing Automotive Technologies 1 with a B- or better. Students who also pass Automotive Technologies 1 or 2 may also be able to receive a discount if they attend Universal Technical Institute. By attending this class, students will also gain certifications from companies like Snap-on, ALLDATA, Valvoline, Hunter Engineering, and the Automotive Lift Institute. Thank you for your interest in Mission Valley ROP's career technical education programs. You can find more information online at www.mvrop.org. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hello, and welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Virtual Showcase for the Auto Body Refinishing Program. Hi, my name is Mr. Semino. I have taught here at Mission Valley ROP for the past 29 years and have worked in the auto body industry 10 years prior to that. I am also a former student of the Mission Valley ROP Auto Body program. Auto Body 1 and 2 students work together on projects to complete their competencies and utilize each other's knowledge in doing so. This class not only teaches auto body, but everyday life skills, which are very important in the world of work and beyond. The students are encouraged to bring in their own projects, but if they don't have one will be provided, so everyone is working and learning each and every day. After 2 years of completion of this program and a letter grade of a B- or better, students will receive a certificate of completion with the competencies on it. Many former students are employed at Tesla, TGIF Auto Body, CarMax, and some even have their own automotive-related repair shops. For more information, visit the MVROP website.org. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mission Valley ROP virtual showcase for this year for the Project Lead the Way Biomedical Sciences program. My name is Mrs. Farouk, and I'm really thrilled to be introducing my program to you today. A little bit about myself. This is my 9th year of teaching here at Mission Valley ROP. I have a master's in microbiology and a background in research and development in the biotechnology industry. I have been teaching the Biomedical Sciences program for the past 6 years. If you have any questions regarding this program, please do send them to info@mvrop.org. Project Lead the Way is an activity, project, and problem-based STEM curriculum. Biomedical science students learn to use many of the same tools and protocols as used by professionals in hospitals and in research labs. They engage in different areas of biomedicine, such as epidemiology, forensics, microbiology, genetics, immunology, anatomy, and physiology. Students take on the role of professionals and solve real-world medical problems. Biomedical sciences is a 4-course pathway, typically taking about 4 years to complete, but here at Mission Valley ROP, you have the unique opportunity to take 2 courses in the same year, thus completing the entire pathway in just 2 years. Principles of Biomedical Sciences and Human Body Systems are the first 2 courses of the pathway. The students who take this may then proceed to take the honors level Medical Interventions and Biomedical Innovations in year 2. If you are not able to take Principles of Biomedical Sciences and Human Body Systems, you can still register for Medical Interventions and Biomedical Innovation if you have had 3 or more years of high school science. In addition, Medical Interventions and Biomedical Innovation is articulated with the Ohlone College class, Cell and Molecular Biology, and students can earn 4 college credits as long as they pass each semester with a B or better and also pass the Ohlone assessment exam. Students in this honors class also have the opportunity to earn certifications like CPR and take part in work-related experiences outside of the classroom. In fact, the picture of the young lady on the right was taken at her job shadow at Washington Township Medical Foundation. Apart from this, all the biomed courses qualify for the UCD Lab Science credit. We have gone on many field trips, such as to the Tech Museum in San Jose, to biotech companies like 23andMe, and to the Haptic Lab at Stanford University. If hands-on activities like suturing or extracting DNA and making copies of it, dissecting a sheep brain, analyzing blood pressure, purifying proteins, growing and identifying bacteria interest you, then biomedical sciences would be an excellent choice for you. Please do visit this link to our main website for additional information like course outlines, college credit, syllabi, pictures, and testimonials. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Good evening. Welcome to the virtual program showcase for Computer Animation 1 and 2. I'm Mr. Chase. I'm the program instructor. If you would like more information about the program, you can email info@mvrop.org. Our classes are UC A through G Fine Arts accredited, as well as articulated with Ohlone College. So students are earning college credit while attending our program. The animation program begins at 7:30 and ends at 9:30, Monday through Friday. Students will need to have 2 classes in the morning that are electives in order to take the animation class. For additional information, you can go to www.mvrop.org. So I would like to show some of the student work, and I will do this in chronological order of how we progress through the class. So mainly I'll be focusing on animation 1, since animation 2 students would have already taken the class. Animation 1, we begin with the basics. Some of this involves sketching, storyboarding, where it's similar to a comic book strip, and the entire animation is laid out with camera moves, character moves, all the components that make an animation. From there, we work on the 12 principles of animation. Their first project is learning how to bounce a ball, which uses squash and stretch, as well as timing and a few other of the 12 principles of animation. The next project we go into is learning how to create a walk cycle for a human. These usually begin with simple stick figures. From there, we can refine the animation with more detail until we have our final animation. After the walk cycle is completed, we go into movements of the biped. These include sneak and jumping, running, and all that. So we always learn how to walk before we run. After that, the class is really a mixture of online assignments, tutorials, and portfolio work. There's a strong emphasis on portfolio work that gives the students chances to work on their own animations. At the end of the year, we edit these animations into a demo reel that could be used for college admission, etc. The beginning of the course, we are mainly focused on 2D animation to learn the fundamentals. After we progress from there into the second semester, we begin with 3D modeling and 3D animation. The 3D animation is by far the most popular as far as in 3D animation, we begin with simple modeling techniques. From there, we advance into keyframing and special effects. Most students find this a very enjoyable class. If you're interested in animation, this will be a great class to learn, even if you've never animated before. If you have worked in animation before, or even taken a class in animation, we meet 320 hours a year. So this is a very intense course on animation. If you move on to animation 2, you will have me for 640 hours by the end of the year, and you'll have a very comprehensive demo reel. Thank you for coming tonight, and I hope to see you next year.
Welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Virtual Program Showcase for 2021, Computer Science and Digital Electronic Programs. My name is Maurice Bertain, the instructor for Computer Science and Digital Electronics. Using Python, students will learn the fundamentals of coding, data processing, data security, task automation, while learning to contribute to an inclusive, safe, and ethical computing culture. The course promotes computational thinking and coding fundamentals and introduces computational tools that foster creativity. Computer science principles help students develop programming expertise and explore the workings of the internet. Projects and problems include app development, visualization of data, cybersecurity, and simulation. From smartphones to appliances, digital circuits are all around us. Digital electronics provides a foundation for students who are interested in electrical engineering, electronics, or circuit design. Students study topics such as combinational and sequential logic and are exposed to circuit design tools in industry such as logic gates, integrated circuits, programmable logic devices. Students will also use Raspberry Pis and Arduino microcontrollers. If you're interested in this course, please request more information from the info@missionvalleyrop.org email address or see our website at www.mvorp.org. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Steve Bowie, and I'm the construction technology teacher at Mission Valley ROP, and I'm here to talk to you today about my program. If you have a strong math background and like working with your hands, the construction industry in my class might be something to think about. This class is primarily hands-on, so if you like working with your hands or learn better by actually doing it, you might be interested in this class. It's a class where you can learn a little bit about all aspects of residential construction. After viewing this video and you have any other questions or want more information about my program, please direct it to info@mvrop.org right here. So, a little bit about my class. In this class, you will learn the basics of carpentry, residential electrical, and plumbing. We will also learn a little about drywall installation and taping. And if students want, we will also do an introduction into tiling. To get a little bit more into details, in terms of carpentry, we learn how walls are built, what are the internal structures of a wall, and how they all work together. For residential electrical, we learn how to wire outlets, switches, and learn a little bit about the main panel and its function in the house and commercial buildings. In plumbing, we learn the differences between copper piping and ABS, what they're used for, and how to install them in residential buildings. This is an articulated class, meaning that if you complete all the assignments and receive at least a B in my class, you will also receive college credit from Chabot College. This is very helpful if you decide to become an apprentice at any of the local unions, which brings me to the next topic. My class currently has an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding with the Carpenters Union. What this means is that students who do well in my class and have an affinity towards carpentry may have direct access to the pre-apprenticeship program with the Carpenters Union. The application process is pretty much waived because they've taken my class. Why the articulation can become important is because after students graduate their apprenticeship program and become a journeyman, they're usually a few credits short of their AA degrees. But with the articulation for my class, students will already have a few extra college credits that are closer to receiving their AA degree, usually by a class or two. So besides making a good wage with benefits through the union, students have the possibility of getting an AA degree as well. I currently teach 3 classes, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. and 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. for all juniors and seniors in the Tri-City District. For Kennedy's schedule, I teach Block 2. Thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Once again, if you are interested in my class, please look at the MVRP course catalog and email all questions to info@mvrop.org. Lastly, if you have any additional information about CTE programs, please visit our website at mvrop.org. Thank you for your time.
Hello, welcome to the Mission Valley ROP Virtual Program Showcase 2021. My name is Walter Cruz Pivaral, and I'm going to explain what do we do in the Digital Video Arts program. I've been teaching this program since 5 years ago, and I'm sharing with the students more than 25 years of experience working in the field. I have experience doing news, movies, documentaries, and like many kinds of projects related with the audiovisual world. This class or this program has UCF credits, that's Visual and Performing Arts. Also, we have an articulation agreement with the Ohlone College. So the students that take this class and have a B or more as a final grade, they have already some credits with Ohlone College. What we learn in this program is about video production. We learn the whole process from the script writing to the final editing and broadcasting of our visual work. We learn the basics of script writing, how to use professional software, like standard software for script writing, the pre-production process, how to plan your video, what do you need to do before start filming. Then we learn how to do the basic camera work. We have enough equipment for the students to work with. We have some entry-level cameras, and also we have 4K equipment. So the students have the chance to experience working with professional equipment. Then after filming, we go to the editing process. For that, we have 2 rooms with computers, and we use Creative Cloud, Adobe Creative Cloud, to do the editing. And the students have the chance to learn, not only Adobe Premiere, but also other kinds of software related with video editing. During the course of the class, we basically work. This is a project-based class, so we are all the time doing different projects, so the students have the chance to experience how to develop a project from the beginning to the end. And we do all different kinds of projects, short movies, short documentaries. We sometimes do some commercial work too. This class is available for Kennedy students during Block 1 and Block 2. That's every day from Monday to Friday. And for the rest of the high schools, we have the afternoon class from 1 to 3 p.m. And that class usually is available for juniors and seniors. In this class, the students learn, or they have at the end of the course, the basic skills to apply for an entry-level job in the industry, or if that's what they want to pursue as a career in the future, they can go to like a college or university and follow the cinematography career. I have a few of my students are right now even like in the industry or in film school. So this is class that can open, many opportunities for students. We are in California, the center of the movie production, and it's always, like a skill that is going to be useful nowadays. We have social media all over the place, and there are content all over the place. We are consuming, video content, like not only like we used to do it like on traditional TV or cable, but we have now all these on-demand services. So the work is there. And I think the students can have a really good experience with this class. And if they want, they can pursue this as a career in the future. Additional information about this program is available at the ROP website, www.mvrop.org. And again, you can, if you want more information about the program, you can send an email to info@mvrop.org. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Mission Valley ROP. My name is Jesse Guzman, and I'm an instructor for Emergency Medical Responder, also known as EMR, here at Mission Valley ROP. If you have any questions about our Emergency Medical Responder course, please email them to info@mvrop.org, or if you want to take a look at the course outline, class syllabus, or just get an idea of what we do in our class, then please go to our website, mvrop.org, and check out our Emergency Medical Responder course. It's available to all juniors and seniors. If you're interested in a career in emergency medical services or thinking about a career in EMS as an EMR, EMT, or paramedic, then this class is for you. I've had the pleasure of an exciting career as a firefighter paramedic with the City of San Jose Fire Department. I've enjoyed almost 25 years of service in both the ambulance and fire service. I'm now teaching my passion for firefighting and emergency medical responder, giving my students a glimpse into what a professional career looks like in emergency medical services. It's fun, exciting, and rewarding career that you'll never grow tired of. I'm able to share my experience and knowledge with my students and make it fun, interesting, and exciting. An emergency medical responder, or EMR, is the first step in a career in EMS and is the first class taken prior to EMT course or emergency medical technician course at the college level. Those students looking to take the EMT course through college are required to take an EMR course first. Luckily for you, we offer an EMR class, and if you earn your certificate with a B or better grade, you will not have to take an EMR course at the college level and can apply straight into emergency medical technician or EMT course. Not only that saves you money for the required EMR course at the college level, but also saves you time because it takes a semester at the college level. So it definitely saves you money and time to take the emergency medical responder through Mission Valley ROP program. Students in this course will learn EMR skills such as first responder, well-being, legal and ethical issues, lifting and moving patients, patient assessment, medical emergencies, EMS systems and operations, special patient considerations, and managing multi-casualty incidents. Students who complete the EMR program will receive an American Heart Association BLS basic life support CPR card, also FEMA training certificates, and specifically ICS 100 Incident Command, also IS 20 Diversity, and IS 317 Community Response Team. We also take a program in Stop the Bleed and earn that certificate when we pass through Stop the Bleed. Our class is similar to what you would find at the college level. We use the same books, equipment, training, and techniques that you would receive at the college level EMR class. Students who are pursuing a career in fire technology are highly recommended to also complete this course to meet the professional requirements preferred by current industry partners. I want to thank you for your time and consideration for our emergency medical responder class. If you have any questions, please email our website at info@mvrop.org or check out our mvrop.org for all classes available to you. Have a great day and look forward to meeting you in person in our 2021 year class. Hello and welcome to Mission Valley ROP. My name is Jesse Guzman and I'm the instructor for fire technology here at Mission Valley ROP. If you've been interested in a career in the fire service or thinking about a career in the fire service, then this class is for you. Our class starts between the hours of 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday throughout the school year. We focus on incorporating hands-on training on our fire grounds that we learn during our classroom setting. We also incorporate physical fitness/activity on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the emphasis on strength and conditioning for the first 30 minutes of those days. It's important to us to practice our physical fitness as it's a requirement in most fire departments to maintain health and fitness. If you have any questions about our fire technology course, please email them to info@mvrop.org. Or if you want to take a look at our course outline, class syllabus, or just get an idea of what we do in our class, then please go to our website, mvrop.org, and check out our fire technology course. It's available to our juniors and seniors. I've had the pleasure of an exciting career in firefighter paramedic with the city of San Jose. I've enjoyed almost 25 years of service in both ambulance and fire service. I'm now teaching my passion for firefighting and giving my students a glimpse into what a professional firefighting career looks like. It's fun, exciting, and rewarding. Career that you'll never grow tired of. I'm able to share my experience and knowledge with my students and make it fun, interesting, and exciting. Our class is similar to what you would find at the college level. We use the same books, equipment, training, and techniques that you would receive at the college level fire academy. We have our own fire engine with a full complement of tools and hoses. Every student is issued turnouts that includes both pants and coat, boots, helmets, gloves, and their own SCBA or self-contained breathing apparatus. I'm able to give you the fire academy experience and prepare you for the college level academy. Our course is a UC/CSU A through G college preparatory elective requirement. Some of the certificates you may earn are American Heart Association Basic Life Support CPR certification. We also go through FEMA training certifications with an emphasis on ICS 100 Incident Command. We also get a certificate in IS 20 Diversity, as well as IS 317 Community Response Team. We also train in Stop to Bleed and earn a certificate, and as well as National Grid certificate in natural gas and electrical. We also, as well as a certificate of completion for Mission Valley ROP, as long as you've passed the requirements, which is B or better, and that will give you a certificate of completion in fire technology through MVROP. Any other questions, please email our website, info@mvrop. I want to thank you for your time and consideration for my fire technology class. Have a great day and look forward to meeting you in person in our next 2021 and 22 year fire technology class. Take care.
Welcome. This video is put on by Mission Valley ROP. It's for our virtual program showcase for 2021. And the CTE program we're looking at is Law Enforcement Homeland Security. We have 2 courses available. Each is a year long. The first course, Security 1, looks at an overview of the administration of justice. Year 2 looks at leadership skills. Both year 1 and year 2, you have a lot of information that you have to learn, but in career technical education, the emphasis is going to be on doing. Every time I teach you a skill, I'm going to find some way for you to apply it. And I believe that makes these courses more interesting than just reading out of a textbook, although we will have textbooks. I try to run both courses like a police academy. There is a good deal of discipline within the courses. And I believe that that adds to the flavor of the course. And for the most part, the students seem to enjoy it. My background, just like you in high school, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. They didn't have ROP courses available, but they did have police explorers. So I joined the police explorers, and I decided after a couple of years that I wanted to be a police officer. So I went to college, I went into the Army, and I became a military police officer there. And then when I had finished those two experiences, I joined the Oakland Police Department. And I found it to be a very rewarding experience. There's a picture of me in the military police. There's one the day I retired. As you can see, I made sergeant before I retired. The neat thing about working at Oakland, one of the neat things is there's so many different jobs you can find there. You can be a street cop, you can be a helicopter pilot, you can go into criminal investigations division, you can concentrate on the youth and the problems that they're going through. You can be in crime analysis, analyzing crime and trying to predict where crime is going to occur next. Pretty much anything you can think of in your imagination, you can probably find a job in law enforcement that will allow you to go down that path. All right, so what are you going to learn? Facts and figures to start with. Basically, the United States Constitution, particularly the Bill of Rights. We are sworn constitutional officers, law enforcement officers are. The main oath you take is to uphold the Constitution, and the most important part of that are people's civil rights. So you need to know them backwards and forwards, not only to be a good police officer, but so that you can exercise them yourself. They apply to you just like they do anybody else. But if you don't understand them, you won't know when to use them or how to use them. So we're going to explore that. From there, we're going to look at criminal law. What is criminal law? How is it separate from civil law? Where does it come from? How is it passed? How is it understood? How is it enforced? And how do the courts look at it when you go to court? And what happens after? If somebody is convicted, what happens to them? We're going to look at all of that. You're going to learn about the laws of arrest. It's not just a matter of putting on a badge and going out there and saying, you're under arrest, you're not. There are specific laws that you have to follow before you can arrest somebody. For that matter, sometimes arrest is not appropriate. Sometimes you want to go with another approach. All right, so we're going to look at the other approaches. You're going to learn about pursuit driving. What is it like to drive a police car with red lights and siren? I'll be using simulators for that, but we do have our own police car. You'll be learning about uses of force. You will be learning when to use force and when not to use force. The emphasis being that if you can get the job done without using force, that's what we want. All right. You'll be learning arrest techniques, search techniques. You'll be looking at search and seizure case laws. You'll be going into it much more in depth than any other class you're likely to ever take. We'll be looking at actual court cases. Okay. We'll have some, as you can see in the photograph in front of you, we have some guest speakers that will be coming. We will have team sports. You will be working on your physical fitness. We might even have a helicopter land. You can see what it's like to be a helicopter pilot. I try to arrange field trips. I've been to the coroner's office with my students. I've been to San Quentin with my students. That's pretty much hit and miss. I can't always guarantee that we'll be able to do that. If we do make those field trips, you will not be required to go on the field trip. Those are options. Part of the course is also mixed martial arts, Kajikembo. I want you to learn self-discipline. I want you to learn balance. I want you to be able to make decisions under pressure. And I would like you to have a general idea how to take care of yourself. Now, you're not going to complete the course as a black belt. This is just enough to show you what it's all about. If you have anything in particular you would like to explore, you let me know. And if it's not part of the course, maybe we can fit it in. We've actually got access to a full forensics lab. So you will learn about collecting evidence, analyzing evidence, and it's not just what you're going to read in a book, you're actually going to do it. Okay, so the UC system recognizes it as a G elective. If you get a B, you get 3 college units. You get 20 units towards your high school diploma, and you get a chance to explore a field that, frankly, I think you're going to find is fascinating. If you have any other questions, you can either go to www.mvrop.org, or you can email us. Let's see if the email is here. It's info@mvrop.org. Thank you for your time.
Hi, thank you for joining us today for the Mission Valley ROP's Virtual Program Showcase 2021. My name is Michelle Cimino, and I am the instructor for medical assisting. I have been teaching at the center for the past 6 years, and prior to that, I worked as a medical assistant in our community. So I come to you with live experience. All right, a couple things about our program. So first bullet here says that we are an approved A through G course, which we are. So that's really good stuff for some of you that are moving on to the UC and USC colleges. As you know, that upon applying for the admission to these colleges, you will add this Area G college prep course to your application. And your grade from this course will count in your overall GPA for the school and to these colleges. So that is some really good stuff for you. Secondly, we just want you to know that the whole purpose of this course is to provide related industry and community training as a medical assistant. So you are going to be trained in the administrative skills as well as the clinical skills and heavy medical terminology skills. So we actually work in 2 textbooks throughout the year. We kind of crisscross them back and forth. And we learn a little bit about the anatomy, different body systems, along with the terminology, some procedures and illnesses or diagnoses that may be present in your patients. And we also know that every day that goes by, the world of health grows, technology increases, and so do our responsibilities as an MA. So you will be called upon to do many, many different roles. Well, I shouldn't say roles, because the role of an MA has its own scope of practice, but many responsibilities. So that's ever changing, and that'll change as the industry changes. Third on our list here, we have throughout this program, it's a year-long program, and we do have an externship throughout the second semester. But in order to reach that externship and be eligible, you have to have an 80% or better. And once we get to the point of being placed out in the community, we only come to school for 1 day a week. And so that would be a Monday. So it's usually Mondays as control days, which means that we come into the center, we gather our time cards, we gather our assignments, we turn in, time cards from previous weeks in order to gain our hours of experience, etc. And so it becomes very busy. And when you are out in the community, you are really gaining some real life experience because you're going to be working amongst doctors and nurses and community patients, which may be your neighbor. And so it's a really cool thing. You will learn basic entry-level skills, vital signs. You will learn infection control. You will learn just common workplace ethics, professionalism, things like that. So this course is a really, really fun and engaging course, a lot of hands-on experience. And so we look forward to having as many students as possible. I do want to just let you know that this is a very popular class, and so we fill up really fast. So if you are interested in applying for this class, please see your counselor as soon as possible. It is open mainly to juniors and seniors, and I do have to tell you that seniors will take precedence because this is their final year that they have to experience this class. So like I said, if it's something that you want to do, please talk to somebody ASAP. All right. Any other information that you would like to know about our courses here, please log on to MVROP.org website and go into MVROP course schedules. There they list many, many different classes that are offered here. And, even if my class isn't the one for you, somebody else may have a class that you'll enjoy. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. I want to take a minute to welcome you to Mission Valley ROP's virtual showcase for 2021. My name is Ms. Lee, and I am the instructor for music production here at ROP. So if you have any inquiries or questions about the course, I highly encourage you to email info@mvrop.org. Now, let's get into the very specifics of music production here at ROP. If you complete music production here at ROP, you'll receive a UCF credit, which is Visual and Performing Arts. So basically what that means is if your student or you just completes this course, you will receive a visual and performing art credit that will transfer over to college. So if that interests you, I would highly recommend taking this class. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what happens here. Okay, so we learn about synthesizers and making music with MIDI in digital audio workstations, including Pro Tools, Cubase, and Adobe Audition. Recording, editing, and mixing techniques are developed, as well as an introduction to acoustics. Students explore career and college pathways in the music industry, developing a career portfolio, and learn about marketing in the music industry. So with that, let's go over some of the units that we go over in class. So the very first one we all do is music theory. In music theory, we learn about keyboard layouts, notation, scales, tempo, and melodies. Some of the very, very basics of music production. And we're also going to introduce ear training next year to bring more of a proficient skill to your students. The next thing we go over is the basics of digital audio workstations. So that entails setting up a session, learning about MIDI and MIDI functions, creating tracks, and setting a tempo. After this, we go into a unit about virtual instruments. So we learn about what we call VSTs, VST properties, envelopes that make up a sound. So that's attack, decay, sustain, release. And we go over all the various effects that you can put on sounds and music to make it sound better. After we go through this, we learn about mixing. So we learn about mixing techniques, very important things like EQ and compression, and leveling. Once we master this, we spend the second semester learning about audio hardware and technology. So this includes microphones, cables, connectors, audio interfaces, mixing boards, and speakers. Once you understand all the audio tech that goes into a recording session or recording process, we learn about multi-track recording. That entails functions in Pro Tools, setting up multi-track sessions in and out of the box, and learning about different recording setups that someone might encounter in the professional music world. Second year students are going to learn studio psychology and lyric writing, also in addendum with recording setups too. Once that's done, at the end of the year, we all pursue job portfolios and develop presentation skills that are very important for future employment opportunities. So once you go through my class, you should have a good skill set to take a job in either producing, becoming a recording engineer, becoming a sound engineer or live sound engineer, or music composer or a music arranger. So thank you guys very much for joining me on the virtual showcase. I highly encourage you to look me up on ROP's website here at www.mvrop.org and looking up music production. Again, thank you guys for stopping by and have a good one.
Hello, welcome to Mission Valley ROP Career Technical Education Program, Nursing Assistant. I am Mrs. Brucker and come from the East Coast, which is Rochester, New York. And my family and I came to the West Coast, to Pleasanton, California, 20 plus years ago to venture a new adventure in life with our children, a young man and a young lady. I have been an RN for the last 40 years, practicing, learning skills, and building up my career in gerontology over those years. I am a registered nurse, a geriatric clinical nurse specialist, a nurse practitioner, and an Alzheimer's and dementia practitioner with a master's degree. I am very, very happy to welcome you to learn more about the nursing assistant program. You, the high school student who is a junior or a senior that applies to venture further in the healthcare area of interest as a nurse, as a doctor, as a surgeon, as any practicing healthcare professional that you have in mind. Yes, you too can adventure in your career journey here at MVROP. Here are two pictures of students that are out of their externship practice that normally happens the second semester of the full school year. We do service our programs at Fremont Unified School District, Newark, and also Logan High School. The nursing assistant program offers UC Area G College Prep elective course credit. Students must have a 84% to earn a UC Area G College Prep elective credits and attend the externship. For further information, it is also listed, the very details information on MVROP course schedule. Let me tell you a little bit about the course. The nursing assistant program starts in August and goes all the way through till the end of May or the beginning of June. 2 full semesters, very, very busy program, learning lots of theory material and then applying that theory information to hands-on clinical skills. We have an entire list of over 30 skills that we learn, such as washing our hands correctly in the healthcare way, putting on and removing gloves and going in and out of isolation rooms, personal care skills, and also ambulatory skills. Yes, we have personal care areas, vital signs, and also rehabilitation. The prerequisites are for you to be a junior or a senior in high school, interested in sciences and healthcare delivery system, and have a very positive attitude in the ability to communicate and interact and build our skills in knowledge and also teamwork to then be that effective and professional healthcare team member. We also learn various areas of HIPAA, bloodborne pathogens, infection control, and lots of other areas that's not limited to professional ethics, medical terminology, basic life support, CPR, first aid, personal patient care, food and nutrition, safety principles, infection control, body mechanics, and vital signs, just to name a few. Then when we go out to our externship sites, which we are then going to be able to do at least 125 to 140 hours of externship practice out in the assisted living setting, nursing home, home care, non-medical, and acute care. Much of what we do learn is following the principles of care. And those principles include dignity, infection control, safety, communication, independence, and privacy. Yes, indeed, we provide all of those principles of care to our residents, our patients, our clients, and anyone in the healthcare delivery system that we service. We have standards of practice that involves respect, responsibility, and yes, of respect for yourself and for others. Excellent attendance, self-discipline, neatness, professionalism, commitment to do your best, and a positive attitude each and every day as we continue to grow and learn and think outside the box, which is mainly what we would like you to experience in the hands-on care that you learn in that skills lab in the classroom, along with the theoretical framework of experience in knowledge and building those skills one upon the other to then be able to venture into college and then practice someday as that nurse practitioner, as that physician's assistant, as that surgeon, pediatrician, specialist in any of the areas of practice as an RN or an LVN. Please note that my hands-on experience over the past 40 years gives my extension and knowledge and experience to you, the student, the future healthcare professionals, the future frontline workers, to be that experienced person and grow in your field of interest in the healthcare delivery system. The two pictures right here on the screen shows 5 young ladies who are doing their externship practice at the Masonic Home, and they're applying their knowledge to skills on the assisted living unit and rehab unit. The gentleman below, those young men are feeding each other and learning how to do that skill and then practice it once they go out to the externship site. Some of the assisted living partners are Aegis and Carlton Plaza on Walnut Avenue. And also we have a dementia area and also other nursing homes and acute care hospitals. And yes, we have the opportunity to do home care, non-medical learning also. So please note that additional course information can be found on the MVROP course schedule. And any additional information about this unique nursing assistant program is available at www.mvrop.org. support.mvrop.org. I welcome you to the Nursing Assistant Program, where you can adventure into your career future journey in the healthcare delivery system. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I want to take a moment to welcome you to Mission Valley ROP's virtual showcase for 2021. My name is Ms. Lee, and I am the instructor for sound design for film and video games here at Mission Valley ROP. If you have any questions about the course or have any inquiries, I highly encourage you to email info@mvrop.org to get more information. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what happens in sound design for film and video games. First thing to note is if you complete sound design for film and video games here with us at Mission Valley ROP, you will receive what is called a UCF credit in Visual and Performing Arts. Basically, what this means is if you complete this course with us, your credits for Visual and Performing Arts will transfer over from this class into college, so you'll get college credits. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into what we do here in this class. Students will learn to create sound effects for film and video games using Pro Tools, Cubase, and Adobe Audition. Record and edit sound effects with Foley recording and ADR techniques. Learn to integrate sounds into gaming projects using programs such as Unreal Engine and Wise. Students develop an online portfolio, which highlights their creative work. All right, so now that we have a basic summary of the class, let's go over and go into specifics with our units. So the very first thing that we go over in sound design is music theory. So that includes keyboard layouts, learning notation, scales, tempo, and melody. Some very basic things about music production. And next year, I'm also planning on introducing ear training to give our students a viable skill that a lot of companies look for. After we do this, we go into the basics of digital audio workstations and virtual instruments. So in this, we learn setting up a session, MIDI and MIDI functions, creating tracks, VST or virtual instruments, properties, envelopes, so things that make a sound sound the way it does, with attack, decay, sustain, and release, and the different effects that we can put on sound effects and music in order to make it sound a certain way. After this, we explore sound effects and different recording techniques for sound effects. So we utilize something we call sound banks. We learn about field recordings, so making our own recordings for sound effects. We learn about Foley, which is replacing sound effects or designing sound effects after in post-production for a film. And ADR, which stands for automatic dialogue replacement. So if we need to dub over a line or even add dialogue into a project, we learn how to do that. After that, we go into mixing. So we talk about mixing techniques and really important things like EQ and compression and leveling in order to make sure that our projects sound the best that they possibly can. In part 2 of the class, we really delve into mastering to polish everything. After this, we actually start our intro into the gaming engines. So the gaming engines that we're trying to focus on here is Unreal Engine and Wise. We go into the history of gaming engines, and we go over how audio works in something we call blueprints inside of a gaming engine. After this, we go into something called triggers inside of a gaming engine. So basically, they're called sound triggers, and we integrate these into a level and manipulate them in blueprints. After this, we go into a unit for sound design for characters. So we do sounds for playable characters, movement of characters. After this, we get into something called middleware. So this is programs that integrate sound between platforms. And with this, it also allows us to make something we call interactive music, or music that reacts with what's happening in the level. Last but not least, we go into online portfolios and develop presentation skills, because again, those are very, very important skills to have if you are marketing yourself in the employment field. Once we go through this whole class, students will be able to apply for jobs in being a sound designer, a Foley artist, a sound editor, a field recording or boom operator, a re-recording engineer, a game composer, sound engine, or gaming, sound engineer for gaming. There's different That's more of the technical side of engineering and sounds into video games, like coding. And VO, or dialogue director. So if this class appeals to you, I highly encourage you to seek additional information at www.mvrop.org. If you look up sound design for film and video games, you should be able to find my page. I want to take a minute to say thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you soon.
Welcome to Mission Valley ROP Careers in Education 1 and 2. I am the program instructor, Janae Shepard. I am also a former Mission Valley ROP alumni. I took Careers in Education 31 years ago. For inquiries or any questions, please email info@mvrop.org. Careers in Education 1 and 2. We have a first-year program and a second-year program. We are UCG accredited. We have an articulation with Ohlone and Chabot College. If you complete the first year with an A or B, and you've accomplished all your internship requirements, you will receive 6 early childhood educational units. If you complete the second year with an A or B in all your internship requirements, you will receive 4 early childhood units. We have community internships, which is a requirement for the class. Starting in November, you would only come to ROP on Mondays, and the rest of the week, you would volunteer at a community internship of your choice. And our community internships are daycares, preschools, private schools, or elementary schools, or you could also volunteer at your special needs classroom at your high school. We have an active, engaged advisory. We have community members that were former students that are employed in the early childhood educational professional. We have doctors, because this is also a part of the medical career pathway, and pediatricians that come and participate in our class. They're fully engaged in how we plan things, how we organize things. They become our chaperones for our field trips and our guest speakers. I have a strong alumni committee as well, and they mentor our students. They come in and they guest speakers, they're encouraging, and they're to support the students along the way. And they share their experiences while they were in Careers in Ed and how it's benefited them in their life and in their career today. We do a lot of community outreach. So if you're very interested in helping others, supporting others, encouraging others, this is definitely the class for you. It is not a sit down, take your book out, read a chapter type, take a quiz type class. It is an extremely hands-on, engaging class. We do a lot of projects, we do a lot of presentations, a lot of group activity, just really hands-on work. So if you're interested in it, please check out our MVROP course schedule. And any additional information about the CTE program is available at www.mvrop.org. I look forward to hearing from any of you. If you've got any questions or you'd like to just get to know who I am and to meet me, I'm an open door and I have an open door classroom. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Good evening. Welcome to the virtual program showcase for Game Design 1 and 2. I'm Mr. Chase. I'm the program instructor. If you have more questions or inquiries, you can email info@mvrop.org. Game design is UC A through G Fine Arts accredited, as well as articulated with Ohlone College. So as a student in high school, you are earning college credit. For more information on the program, you can visit the MVROP website at www.mvrop.org. The class time is from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. You will need 2 electives in the afternoon to attend game design. And again, for additional information, you can check out our webpage at mvrop.org. Go to the classes and look for game design and interactive media arts. And you will find more information there. In Game Design 1, we begin with the fundamentals of game design, and we use 2D game engines to create that. Most of these are similar to the old 8-bit Mario, Sonic type games. There is some scripting involved, although this is not a programming class. This is more geared towards game art and game design. Along the way, you'll learn how to write a game design document as well as a treatment. These are the tools that we use to share our information with other members on our team, or also to keep track of tasks that need to be done, and basically spells out everything in the game. This includes concept art, game mechanics, etc. After the first semester, we move on into 3D modeling. After learning some basic 3D modeling, we move on and start with the Unreal game engine, which is the most popular game engine in the world. And I'm sure if you're a game player, you've played games that were made using the Unreal engine. I'm going to show you some student work right now. We begin with a simple pinball type game. From there, we learn landscaping, creating environments, and progress on to some special effects. In Game Design 2, it's very project driven. As well as in Animation 1, there is plenty of projects where you can create your own game. We also devote a lot of time in class to portfolio development. These portfolios culminate in the end of the year in a video demo reel of your work. These could be used for college admission, looking for employment, and many of my students, even after graduating college, come back to get animation that they worked on in my class to put on their reel for looking for jobs out into the game industry. I hope you enjoyed this short overview of game design, and I hope to see you next year. Have a good night.
Hi, I'm Melanie Westover. I'm one of the program coordinators at Mission Valley ROP. And I'm here today to talk to you about the pharmacy technician program. If you have a strong math or science background and are interested in working in the medical field, this may be a program for you. Some things a pharmacy technician does includes processing prescriptions, administering vaccines like COVID-19, measuring medications, and delivering medicines to patients. They work in retail settings like drugstores, grocery stores, hospital settings. They work under the guidance of a pharmacist, a licensed pharmacist. This course prepares students to take the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board exam. Once they complete the course and are 18 years old, they can apply to take the exam and will be qualified to become a certified pharmacy technician and be able to work in the field. This course meets 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday at the Mission Valley ROP Center on Stevenson Boulevard in Fremont. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll see you at the Mission Valley ROP.
Hi, and thank you for coming by to look at my slideshow I put together to tell you about the class that I teach at Mission Valley ROP building in Fremont. My name is Mimi Van Kirk, and I teach Project Lead the Way Civil Engineering and Architecture class. Now, the fact that you're here tells me that you probably have some sort of a curiosity about one of these two titles. And I'm hoping that in this slideshow, I can tell you a little bit more about it, but maybe you know somebody in these fields and you want to know more about it. Maybe you're somewhat considering it as a major for college. Maybe you're somebody who just likes building models or sketching or creating. Maybe you're very aware of buildings and the environment around you. Maybe you like Legos, that's often in the background. Maybe you have a particular concern for environmental issues and how things could be integrated into the built environment to help as we move forward in the future. So any one of those things, or you might just be one of those people who likes learning new things and trying things out. That's awesome. So any one of those things would make you a good candidate for my class. As far as any specific prerequisites, there are not any. You don't need to have had any of the earlier Project Lead the Way classes. They're all pretty much independent from each other. You don't need to be a math whiz. You don't need to be an artist. Of course, if you are any of those, of course, that's great. It'll come in handy. But really what I usually tell people, the best thing that you can have going for you in my class is a curiosity and just kind of a desire to try something. That'll serve you the best in my class. I'll tell you a little more specifics of the type of things we do, but first, just to tell you about myself, I first became interested in architecture when I was exactly your age. I took a mechanical drafting class my junior year of high school. My senior year, I went on and took the architectural drawing class, and that pretty much just sealed the deal for me. I was interested from then on. I just stayed with it. I applied to architecture colleges and went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, where I received an incredible education. I loved the experience. It's a wonderful thing to study in general. It prepares you for a lot of areas of life, but it was a wonderful program. I graduated with a Bachelor of Architecture degree, which is the 5-year professional degree for architecture. Soon after, I took my exams and became licensed. Then I moved up to the San Francisco area and practiced in San Francisco and the north part of the East Bay in Oakland, Berkeley, and through the hill, through the tunnel. I worked on larger projects in the beginning, but mostly settled with the bulk of my experience doing custom high-end residential work, and actually with a design build company, which means we were architects and the builders all in one company. So I can tell you more about that in class, but it was another great thing. Then I happened to hear about the opportunity to work at ROP. They had been planning for quite a while to add this class to the offering in the Tri-Valley County area, to add this as another sequel for other Project Lead the Way courses offered at individual school sites. So I was hired to launch it, given 2 empty rooms, and now they're quite full. So let me go on. I can tell you more specifics about the things we do in class. I have been there 8 years now. It's a little hard to summarize all that experience into such a brief little program, but I'm going to try and point out the highlights to you. So the main thing for you to know is my goal in teaching this class is to do the best job I can to expose you to the fields of architecture and civil engineering, to give you an idea, to outline all the different avenues that you could go within either of those two fields. They're very broad, and the type of work you could end up doing within any of them is vast. So I want to make you aware of all the different opportunities that are there for you. And then what I really like to do is just give you assignments where you have a chance to try out what it's like to do that job. What sort of work would you do in that field? And then my ultimate goal is for you over the course of the year to discover which of those things you might really enjoy doing. Which of them do you not like doing? And then the thing is, you can direct your path in either of these fields to your own unique strengths and talents. So I like to look at this year like a chance where you can also learn a lot about yourself and what your interests are. So I try and set up the class that way. I try and encourage a lot of camaraderie. We have to have fun. I'm telling you, these fields are, you work in a team. You've got to get along. That's what inspires a good creative environment where people are comfortable is where you get the best ideas. And so that's what I try and establish in my classroom. And it's sort of based on my experience of architecture studios at Cal Poly, and honestly, in every office I've ever worked, there's camaraderie and mutual respect is a huge part of working together and coming up with good solutions. So we'll do projects as small as a doghouse, but then you'll also pair up and be able to design a dream house for each other. We have a wonderful project where everyone gets to design a tiny house. Let's see, in teams, we have worked on a design for a new library, a new high school. We did an incredible one where we looked at putting a new culinary academy in the lawn space adjacent to the existing ROP building. So we do bigger projects. You can work in teams and individually. You'll be learning the tools of the trade, say the things that architects and engineers use to go about to help them solve the problems. You'll learn all the drafting conventions. You'll be able to read a set of blueprints. You'll learn how to use an architect and engineer scale so that you can produce scaled drawings, typical that you'll see in a drawing set. You will have lots of opportunities to build models. And yes, of course, we'll learn Revit, the Autodesk's new 3D modeling software program that is just becoming ever more present out in industry. It's still so new that I've managed to set up a few internships for students, and Revit is still new enough to some offices that my students have actually been able to work in an internship and do some of the Revit that they learned in this class. So it's a real skill you'll learn, and most kids end up really enjoying it, but there's lots of aspects of it. So I don't doubt that you'll find one aspect of the profession that you do enjoy. We also do presentations to each other and bring in people to sit on our juries. And I try and, have guest speakers come in. And just an aside, I have kind of a personal passion towards helping kids demystify next steps. What comes after high school? I love hearing things you're considering for college steps. I have 2 grown kids of my own. My son's an architect, my daughter's software engineer. I remember their path, and I love to do whatever I can to help you find yours. So that's pretty much it. I'll tell you what, if you go to this website, you can find the webpage for my class, Civil Engineering and Architecture. Or if you have more questions, please go to the email that's given on the first page, info@mvrop.org, and they will direct your email to me, and I would love to have a phone call with you, Zoom with you. You are more than welcome to sit in on any of my existing classes. They are Zoom, they're a little different, but you know, if you like the Zoom, you can guess you're going to like the real one. Anyway, thank you again for making this time, and I'm very impressed that you did it. There's a lot of people that don't even make the effort to see all the options that are out there. So awesome, and I would love to see you in my class next year.
Hi, my name is Lehu Ali, and I'd like to take a few minutes to share some information about our Sports Therapy 1 and our Sports Therapy 2 programs at Mission Valley ROP. First, a little bit about me. Again, my name is Lehu Ali, and I actually started as a student in an ROP program at my local high school. So I took an athletic training class and really enjoyed it and decided to pursue that in college. So I attended UC Davis, where I had a 4-year internship with their athletic training program. After graduation, I was able to become a certified athletic trainer through the National Athletic Trainers Association, and I still maintain that certification today. After graduation, I worked for 9 years at a private high school in San Jose as their head athletic trainer and as a teacher, and I'm currently in my 17th year here at Mission Valley ROP. So a little bit about our class. So this class receives UC A through G credit. So it is a G, so it counts as an elective. We also get Chabot articulation. So they receive units through Chabot for one of their kinesiology classes. Our class focuses primarily on the treatment, prevention, evaluation, and rehabilitation of athletic injuries. Since this class does not have a prerequisite for anatomy, we do spend a lot of time in the beginning of class getting students familiar with anatomical terminology and looking at the musculo and skeletal system a little bit more in depth, since that's what we're going to focus on throughout the course. Then we also look at things like emergency care of athletic injuries. So students will become certified in bloodborne pathogens, in advanced bleeding control, and in CPR. We also look at things like environmental conditions and injuries, head injuries, abdominal and internal injuries, and then nutritional considerations. The bulk of our class is spent looking at the upper and lower extremity of the body and injuries associated with them. So we go through each joint, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand, and then spine, neck, and head. And for each of those, we look at a little bit more in depth at the anatomy. We look at common injuries that can occur to that area. We look at how to prevent injuries to that area, how to treat them. And then depending on the area that we're looking at, we'll learn some taping and wrapping techniques as well. Students in this class do participate in an internship. So normally about the middle of February, they will go out and participate in approximately 120 hours of internship. Most of those are at physical therapy clinics and athletic training rooms. There are some opportunities for students to participate in internships at chiropractic offices as well. There is also a Sports Therapy 2 program that is offered. That program is offered for students who have passed the Sports Therapy 1 and who have my recommendation. We currently are transitioning that program so that it's more of a personal training program. So students that are interested in personal training, they are able to sit for an exam through NASM at the end of the course. And the curriculum that they go through is a NASM certified curriculum. So I wanted to share with you just a short video. This can be found on the website too, but I thought I'd share it with you right now.
I'm taking this class because I'm actually really interested in physical therapy, and also because I'm athletic and I want to further my experience. I like all the hands-on activity and how close the class gets with each other. Being able to work with the actual equipment that I'm going to be working in the future.
that video, along with kind of a short tour of the facilities at ROP, is also available on my website at mvrop.org. But just wanted to say how proud we are of our alumni. So we have students that have gone on to become doctors in doctors in athletic training, who have become physical therapists, who have become occupational therapists and teachers as well. So kind of a wide gamut. Even if students don't have an interest in pursuing this as a career, a lot of them just take the class because they're athletes and they have an interest in taking care of themselves and their own body. So there's positives and benefits to taking the class, even if they think that maybe that's not their career path. If you have further questions or you'd like more information, you can always go to mvrop.org, or you can email at info@mvrop.org to get more information about the sports therapy programs at Mission Valley ROP. Thank you.